Welcome everybody, VST here. The S23 Ultra is also here and the S24 Ultra is also here. But what is different this time is that I finally got the first ever update for the S24 Ultra. Well, this update doesn't have a big of a changelog, although of course we have been promised the magical update. Now, by the way, nobody from Samsung said that it's gonna be magical ever, right? But I think the people, the society, the tech community somehow believed that this magical update should have been the out-of-the-box update, and they were speaking about like pre-release updates, and that's really like that's bullshit, guys. I got my phone out of the store, it was already with the out-of-the-store update, so these pre-release things, I don't buy this. Anyway, this update promised to fix at least one thing, and this was the dull display. So people were complaining that the S24 Ultra display was not so saturated as the S23 Ultra display. I did some videos about this, guys, and Samsung said, of course, we're gonna fix it, guys. So they have included something inside the display setting, the so-called Vividness bar. And now, of course, in this video, I'm going to just compare this and just see how well it works. Now, first things first, I need to set the scene right. There's the brightness level, adaptive brightness to on. Okay, something very important, guys. We have to realize this: the eye comfort shield should be turned off, right? Inside the eye comfort shield, if you turn it on, there is the enhanced comfort, right? So even if I'm using eye comfort shield, guys, if you use enhanced comfort, this somehow corrupted the viewing experience, so I completely disabled this. And there is also a new option here inside the S24 Ultra called the adaptive color tone, which also sometimes screws, let's say, the vividness of the display. So like, I have disabled completely the eye comfort shield, and when I go to the screen mode, guys, well, we can start our testing. Well, they're not completely the same, besides the first shot, because the second one and the third one are different. So yeah, this is how you know you got the S24 Ultra. Joking, of course. First things first, I'm gonna test vivid versus natural. So this is natural on the S23 Ultra, this is natural on the S24 Ultra. And by the way, Samsung really are bragging about this display. And guys, don't get me wrong, I honestly do believe that the S24 Ultra display is the best display in a mobile phone. Not only for color accuracy, but also the new anti-glare and everything inside the display, right? Like even the nits, it's all really usable. And every time I'm watching HDR content, it's just amazing. And all the photos in the gallery in HDR, so this is probably really the best display. And I'm really saying this with a confidence. So natural here, right? One more time, switching to vivid and vivid. Now, you might scratch your head and think like, what is the new thing that they put inside? Wait, I'm gonna show you. But before this, of course, let me just show what happens with the white balance, right? So I'm gonna go to a very cool one and then to a very warm one on the vivid, right? And you let me know what thing below in the comments. Now I'm gonna go and jump on natural, where on natural you don't have the option to control it. Now back to vivid, guys, and I'm gonna go inside the center and I'm gonna go inside the additional settings. Now, yep, here you can already tell, guys, we have near the new bar called Vividness. What is the best way for us to test it? I have an idea, let me show you. And that's my simple idea. I just have a split screen with the very same wallpaper that you can, by the way, download if you want. I'm gonna put the link down below, guys, and this here is the advanced settings. Now, pay attention right now, guys, this is both phones on the vivid mode, right, without me playing with the Vividness bar. Now I'm gonna start going a bit to the right, and you can just let me know what you know below in the comments. Now I'm gonna pump it up to the maximum, right? Do you see anything, guys? Let me play this one more time for you, right? This is without any vividness, right? And really looks washed out compared to the vivid mode on the S23 Ultra. But the moment I go to the right, I do believe that, yeah, the colors really are popping out. So now I'm gonna zoom on the camera so that you can just see what I'm doing, right? By the way, I really think that Samsung did a good job, because I was reading that the new vividness option is a scam, but it's clearly not. Now let's also test what happens when we play with a different channel. So this is the red, very noticeable changes. Pay attention here to the red colors. Now the green one, pay attention to the green, right? Again, it's very subtle. And now pay attention to the blue, okay? And now the same here, guys, manipulating the red, pay attention to the red. I almost have a feeling that nothing happens, right? But honestly, if you keep looking, you're gonna see something happens, but it's very subtle, guys. See here, right? See what happens here on the green and now on the blue, all right? So if I now leave my phone like this, guys, and I go outside, well, I can completely say, yep, I think Samsung did it. Now the display really in the vivid mode is very nice. It looks really like it should look on my S24 Ultra. Now how can we be sure of this? Well, let's keep testing. And by the way, guys, I believe I just made a very interesting finding. See what happens when I play an HDR 4K YouTube video just on a small portion of my screen. It is already in HDR. HDR here is not yet activated on the S23 Ultra, but the moment I go full screen mode, boom, then I have the HDR, and the moment I just go boom back in the normal screen, it's not HDR. So something I was not aware, right? And I'm not even sure that people are noticing this. Let's test now the Vividness slider, see what happens, guys. Okay, so now Vividness set to max. Right now I'm taking away from that vividness, right? But this is still an HDR video, right? And it's still very vivid. So one more time. Well, let me know what you think down below in the comments, guys. Do you see some of them colors pop a bit or not? Right? I think I do. I think I do, guys, and it's really very impressive what Samsung did there. I really like this new update in that part. Now, the display had also some other issues. The graininess, specifically in very low light when you're using something with dark gray and gray background. But I think the vividness part was just almost nailed. Why do I say almost? Because I want to do another test, and this is going to be my final test. So this is with Eye Comfort Shield on and off. And by the way, guys, see, the moment I turn the Enhanced Comfort, right, it gets a bit better, because the Enhanced Comfort adjusts the color tones and the contrast for comfortable viewing at night, which kind of makes sense to dull a bit the picture, right, so that you can just easily fall asleep, I guess. But this is what it is. If I switched Enhanced Comfort, this is what I get. All right, so with Eye Comfort Shield and Enhanced Comfort, boom. Now the moment of truth, guys, let's see what happens here. Well, I would say it's circa the same, but yep, the Enhanced Comfort was turned off. Now I'm gonna turn it on. Woo! Oh my god! Oh god! See? All right, now I don't see why we should complain, guys. See what happens here, right? The S24 Ultra is still able to give us just even a more vivid picture than we have on the S23 Ultra. So, guys, with that said, for me, this whole thing with the vividness has been solved. So specifically that part from the update works, and I was able to confirm it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to help me, thanks so much for the sub. VST over, and bye.